Well, thank you,
Take it
Mr.
away.
Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I actually have one that might bridge the gap, Chairman, the ranking member, at least on one piece of this. And I just want to thank you all for having the hearing, and I appreciate the fact that you've got folks who've traveled long and far and wide to get here. So I'll be brief. I mean, we have a lot of debate about energy policy in this country, but one of the things I think we generally agree on is that American competitiveness and productivity is something we need to improve. And all the rankings are in. America ranks dead last behind China on energy productivity. Now, we've called it in the past energy efficiency. I actually think we ought to be calling it energy productivity, because this is really about increasing productivity, about saving money. I'm proud to be chairman of the Bipartisan Alliance to Save Energy that is made up senators of both environmental groups, but virtually wide swaths of American industry who all see this as an enormous opportunity. We put out a study that showed that a whooping 57% of our energy flowing to our economy is simply wasted as heat, noise, and leaks, and cost U.S. businesses and householders about $130 billion a year. This commission, co-chaired by Governor Pataki, and has had Republican senators, Republican House members, Democrats on it as well, came forward with a goal that said, how do we try to double energy productivity between now and 2030? Over the next 20 years, that would create about 1.3 million American jobs, cut carbon emissions, and boost America's overall economic output by 2%. So Senator Manchin and I have established a bill to create a state energy race to the top, which would reduce energy waste and double energy productivity, again, as I said, by 2030. Again, this is a competitive-based grant program because it would say where a lot of the best work is being done is at the local and state level. It would be modeled after the very successful Race to the Top education competition, and it would create $200 million of existing funds that would basically allow states to go out and show best examples, because at the end of the day, you need to demonstrate and show this increased productivity. And I think the ability to take this relatively small amount of money and leverage it exponentially with local, state, private sector would be a very responsible approach. This would be looking at things in retrofitting buildings. It would look at remote metering. It would look at the household level, the office level, and it would also basically say to the states and local government, not all wisdom resides in Washington. I know something the ranking member feels very strongly. There may be a better Idaho situation than something dictated out of Washington. Let's give Idaho, let's give Boise, let's give Minneapolis, let's give Minnesota, let's give Virginia the chance to prove out this concept. Not all best ideas do come from Washington, but sometimes we can learn from best practice around the country. And it's my hope is that this would be one of the tools where we could find some common agreement. And I, again, thank the chair and the ranking member for having this meeting. And I look forward to, not going to be able to say for all the presentations, but I've got staff here and look forward to hearing the reports of all the commission members or of all the committee members. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.